What do you do in the evening when you don't know what to do? Read a book, play a game, every night is just the same. What do you say if I tell you how to keep from feeling blue? My advice is good to take and it's easier to do. When you're all alone, any old night, and you're feeling out of tune, pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Underneath the bright, silvery light, you'll be feeling better soon. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Look, look, look at the stars above. Look, look, look at those sweeties love. Oh boy, give me a night in June. I mean it, all you got to do any old night when you're feeling out of tune. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. When you make a date any old night, gonna meet your sweetie soon. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Underneath the bright, silvery light, that's the only place to spoon. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Walk, walk, kissing and walk again, talk, talk, kissing and talk again, oh joy, sweethearts are all in tune. I mean it, when it's raining out, stay in a room, but on a lovely night in June, here's what to do, sweetie, and you just get out and get under the moon. If you're with a girl and she is cold, says she doesn't want her spoon, don't you feel blue? Here's what you do, just get out and get under the moon. If you feel a kiss and she gets sore, she'll forget it mighty soon. Don't stop to fret, she'll learn to pet when you get her under the moon. Indoors, there's not a thing to do. In-laws walk in and out on you. Oh boy, sister and brother too. I've tried it, just take my advice. If she is nice, nice as any night in June, just take her hand, she'll understand, and get out and get under the moon.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back after a short hiatus. Mr. Clicky Clacks is, as usual, at the helm.
Hello, everybody. A little under the weather still, so apologize if I sound weird, but, shit happens, and we couldn't put off another week, because it's been too long, and I know everybody missed us.
Well, we missed y'all, too, so... But yeah, it seemed like we just had a show, but I mean, we've been out 3 weeks?
Yeah, this would have been the fourth. This would have been a month with no show.
I'm already yawning, and it's funny that let me see, it says Wednesday night special. Go to hell with it. This is a Thursday night, Wednesday night special.
Yeah, because I didn't update the fucking stream elements thing to correct the dates, but
nobody pays attention to that now.
Yeah, we're here anyway, so whatever.
Can't believe it's middle August.
Yeah, we've already had fucking Mickey's Not So Scary start up, and they've already done stuff for Halloween Horror Nights. It's wild, man.
Yeah, they can have it.
I think Disney's probably on their third week. It's ridiculous as that sounds.
3 months, the third month of Halloween.
Yeah. Disney's going to be starting in July, July 5th. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
They'll be throwing like frozen Snicker bars because it'll be 300 degrees outside. We're speaking of, we're like, this is the first day that we haven't had a heat advisory. I think we've had heat advisories for like 45 or 50 days. It's insane.
Yeah, I think I saw something about like Florida. This was probably one of Florida's hottest summers on record, or some such information.
Yeah. Well, it's insane. It's beyond crazy. We always talk about me in the old house, and cold and heat don't really bother me. Well, this year, the heat was just insane. The heat was absolutely just.
Yeah.
I can tolerate like maybe a week of heat advisories, but when it's just nonstop and like literally we have the heat index is 100 degrees at 10:30 at night. So I finally just decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and grab a Frigidaire air conditioner. Spent last Thursday setting up one of a few rooms that actually would be fine with an air conditioner. Did a little bit of electrical. So that's where I'm at right now.
That's crazy, man. That's like the biggest cue to global warming right there.
Yeah.
That you finally had to break down to get an AC.
An AC, yeah. So it's
hey, Ranger. Hey, Sophie.
Hey, everybody. By the way, I'm sitting here. I'm doing
sweating your ass off. Do you have the AC running now? Is that?
Yeah.
Are you like in a moderate temperature that's 99 or less?
Are you talking about me?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's I'm telling you, the humidity has been outrageous. So I am set up like the only thing that's the same in my system right now is the microphone. So I'm in the back of the house in a room that one of the few rooms that was modified with insulation in the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
And because the back of the house, it's trees covering the back of the house all day, so it's a quote unquote cooler part of the house. But it also has windows that open like regular windows, like old style. They open upwards, so they can accommodate a
AC.
An air conditioner.
Yeah.
So I literally spent 10 hours Thursday. Basically, this room, like many rooms in the house, is like a time capsule, and it needed to be time capsuled. So anyway, I'm right now. I'm in that room, which is also much less noisy because it's so isolated. But
that's
I have
crazy.
a 5,000 BTU, Frigidaire, and I'm it's probably about. I have a sensor in here. It's about 72 degrees in here.
Oh,
so.
Damn! That's fucking winter temperatures for you, man.
Yeah, dude, I have to like.
You got like a parka on and your fucking shawl.
Well, I have to sleep with an Afghan, which is sad as hell. Last night the temperature cooled down outside enough. I turned the AC off, but so anyway, so yeah, that's the course of my life. The chunks that I've lived in this house, where I remember where the dead of summer would be. We'd have the big fan going and pulling air through the house from the back to the, and now it's like literally like.
It's just you're in an oven.
Yeah,
you're in a convection oven.
So it's I've had multiple discussions on both sides of the fence of people who have every excuse under the sun how this is not climate change, and then of course the ones where we're all just like literally the most climate change ever. And you can't convince people, you can't convince the deniers that the planet doesn't operate in years or decades or sometimes even centuries. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Things happen in millennia. And sure as hell over the course of even 5 years, the temperatures has changed so much here in Sanders Beach. The planet doesn't operate like that, but they can't understand that. So
AZ in Florida, it's always humid. Like he's operating at about 98% humidity. It's basically constantly raining without any rain.
Yeah.
Like you basically breathe in soup, like 100-degree soup. That's all you're breathing in nonstop in Florida.
Yeah, if you have a whole home dehumidifier, then you better have like a 4-inch PVC pipe going out of your house.
Yeah, you need like a scupper system for that whole thing, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, here in Florida, we don't ever have dry heat. It doesn't exist. It's all moist. It's moist. It's even quote unquote humid like in December, January, much less, but it's still. I'm actually thinking about getting one of those systems that you make your own water from drawing it out of the air, like what dehumidifiers do.
Yeah.
Because I could
stockpile out 10 gallons a day, man.
I just go ahead and get a pool. I just fill it with that unit. But so yeah. So
I feel like I should give an update at least for like the last 2 weeks. So. Yeah. 2 weeks ago, the lack of show was because I had dental surgery on my lower jaw and I couldn't talk. So we couldn't do a show because obviously I couldn't have talked. And then last week, we actually got hit by a tornado and it really fucked up our town. We were lucky. We don't have any trees in our yard, and so like our house sustained very minimal damage. Most of the crap that ended up in our yard was actually from our neighbors, or a couple neighbors away. But this area hasn't seen a tornado. I don't even know when the last time it was, like if it ever was even actually recorded. But it was definitely a tornado. I know they're still doing their, like we need to investigate this to determine, but I mean, there are trees in our neighborhood that are completely twisted 360 degrees. So microburst and straight line winds do not twist trees 360 degrees, no matter what they say. So once all that gets sorted out, then I'm sure they'll be like, oh yeah, no, you guys were hit by a tornado, which we watched from our, upstairs patio. And my wife was trying to finish dinner. And I was like, you know what? Maybe we all need to go downstairs. So we did, and then the power went out, and we didn't have power for like 4 days. So I couldn't do a show last week because, no power and all that business. So that was fun. But yeah, just so you guys know, we weren't like just shirking our responsibilities to do the show or anything. Legitimately, there's just been a lot of things. And to be honest with you, there's a lot more on my plate right now than I can even discuss on here. So, it might be a little wonky for a little while. I'm going to try to keep everything as contained as possible so we can actually do the shows weekly, at least, through the season until we move back to ministry. But, weather permitting, I hope we don't have any major fuck-ups between now and the rest of this season. And as far as Berlina said, her pumpkin patch is doing great. We probably have, I don't know, 10 to 15 pumpkins growing in our backyard right now, which was crazy. I actually need to go and move some of the vines because they're growing directly towards our pool, which I don't want. But yeah, like our pumpkins they're freaking the plants themselves are massive. This weather has been great.
And Ranger, Dizzy stock being really low. I myself am not a big financial person. Everything right now is really low. Disney, if Mark was here, he could tell us more, but I don't think any of the parks' numbers are up. I don't think anybody's doing really good. And here in Florida, it's too freaking hot. You can't walk around in concrete and rebar and steel. There's just I mean, you just can't. I know that I just saw a report about all the streaming services, including Disney, are raising their prices, and they've got people flocking out of that. So with Disney, it's even like I think there's Marvel fatigue. There's just a lot of superhero fatigue. So I don't think a lot of the stuff they're doing is
Well,
really.
plus a lot of it is they've realized the power they have now because so many people have cut off, like cable or, satellite. And they're like, oh man, we can really tap into this. Let's fucking milk all these cows for everything they're worth. And I don't think they realize that people just aren't going to do that shit anymore because the way the economy is right now, like people are not being frivolous with their spending at all. So if you're going to raise your prices, then you're getting dropped. Like if it gets to a point where I'm paying like an obscene amount of money for all the streaming services we have, I can very easily, go down to one and be completely happy. Like right now, to be honest with you, the thing I watch most is YouTube. So like, I mean, all the streaming services can get fucked. I mean, they may have like movies and stuff that I might want to watch, but I mean, all the movies I really love in my life, I have on either DVD or VHS, so I don't actually need those streaming services.
Hey, Keith.
What's up, Keith?
I don't know what's going on with my audio. Believe it or not, I'm kind of right.
You sound all right with me. I mean, it's not like there isn't really anything to be weird about.
Well, Keith, I've gone from a room. Keith might be hearing like.
Oh no. I get what he's saying now. That he said it sounds like you're in a closet. Your audio is much more enclosed.
Like
you're
in a good way or a bad way?
No, it's fine. It's just like you don't have the openness that you had when you're in like the main room. Like your room is smaller, so your audio is it's reverberating quicker.
My Ezekiel says my input is hot.
My input is always hot. That's what she said.
Well, it's weird and echoey.
I don't hear the echoey at all. To me, it just sounds like you're in a smaller room.
I don't know. I could try turning the gain down. Because Keith, like for real, I actually am in a much smaller enclosed room. Let's see here. Let's see here if I can fixate this on the fly without breaking something.
Let's do the fixitation.
Let's fixate. Let's see here. Input volume. All right, it went from 100% to 82%.
All right, you do sound better now.
All right, turn up your score.
Yeah, no, that's significantly better. Like I didn't even realize you sounded that bad until just right now, where I can hear you.
Well, way better. Okay, can we keep it here? Should I adjust it a little bit more?
No, leave it there. You sound fine.
Turn up your score. Yeah, Keith, if you just came in, I am in a different room, and the room is literally, I don't know, a fifth of the size of the room I'm normally in, fourth of the size, maybe quarter of the size, and it's much better insulated. Like, I'm surrounded by wood. It's funny because, it could be kind of a closet, but it's not. It's actually a bedroom. Don't jack the show all up. Hey, Dead End.
Oh my God! You know what? They're banned. Dead End's banned. You get a 5-minute timeout, sir, ma'am. Whoever is posting at the current time.
But total. Okay, so if I sound better, that's good. I'll make adjustments because this is probably where I'll be doing the shows.
Sorry.
It's a little better. Don't jack the show up. Well, if I sound better, then that's fine. From Subaru. Total side note, and I know James dropped his jaw when I told him a few days ago.
Oh, this is big news. Hold on. We need a lead into this, all right? Like I need to find some audio
you do the lead in or
This
something.
is the biggest news to hit this stream in the past 3 years, I promise you. Like, oh my God. I couldn't even believe when I heard this information what happened. And let's lead into this because you're gonna, if Mark was here, he wouldn't know what to do with himself. Because I didn't know what to do with myself.
That's right, because Mark didn't get that. So forever, ever since it came back out on Netflix, James watched Hubie Halloween with my least favorite actor, Adam Sandler, and was like, oh, I know you don't like Adam Sandler, but the scenery is great and all this stuff. I'll watch it all. And so several seasons of Halloween have passed. Well, Tuesday night, I think it was Tuesday night, I finally laid down with my tablet, 2 inches from my face.
With the air conditioning.
In the air conditioning.
I feel like the air conditioning is probably what really sealed this deal here.
It probably brought the temperature down that it felt like Halloween to me. And not the 10th level of hell. But, so I watched Hubie Halloween. I still don't like Adam Sandler. I'm glad he didn't really say much in this thing. I won't ruin it for anybody. The scenery was absolutely fantastic. The storyline was actually pretty good too, and I got a good several laughs out of it. So I did finally watch Hubie Halloween. Will it be a every year event? No.
I feel like you're giving it like a 6 out of 10 mics right now.
I would say 6 out of 10 is about right. It's like, and I went all the way through. They had the little bloopers at the end and scenes that were cut, which were kind of cute. But that's the big news of the past several years. I finally watched Hubie Halloween after forcing James to watch Madea.
I watched Madea 2 fucking years ago, mind you. You've been on the line for fucking Hubie Halloween since 2020. And then the following year, I watched fucking Medea's Boo on your recommendation. And it's taken until this week of 2023 for you to have finally watched fucking Hubie Halloween.
I just felt as though I could not go into the Halloween season without having watched Hubie Halloween or Wiener. But, or I would get fired or something. So anyway, that's the big news. I will agree with James. If you have Netflix or if you have some nefarious way of watching it, the scenery is fantastic. The storyline, there's twists in it that kind of threw me off, and I actually got some really good laughs out of it.
Yeah, it's not a terrible movie. I mean, for an Adam Sandler movie that's not anything post Happy Gilmore, it's kind of, it's all shtick at this point. So, prior to that, it was all good. It was entertaining. It was new, fun, kind of entertaining shit. And then it just got just ground into into oblivion. But this movie, Salem itself, the scenery, the decorations, some of the gags with the decorations.
Yep.
Great. Yep. I mean, it was like I said, it was a fun movie. I've seen it probably 3 times now.
I'll probably watch it again just for the scenery, and really some of the things were really funny, but I cannot remember the name of the movie that I recommended everybody to watch. But this movie, Hubie Halloween, did take a very subtle gag directly from that movie, and it was the mother's shirt that changed all the time. I don't know if you noticed that.
His mother?
Yeah, her shirt changed every scene. Yeah, and that's from another movie, and it's very subtle, and of course they're all vulgar as hell, which was hilarious. But
Psycho Goreman. That's such a good movie, though. That didn't have that. That wasn't from. That was just a fun movie.
Yeah, this one was an off the wall movie that I had watched, and it was a suggestion. But the thing is the person's shirt changed every scene, and it was, you didn't notice it till like halfway through the movie. So anyway, I recommend watching Hubie Halloween. I can now say that I can recommend it. If you're an Adam Sandler fan, you'll very much like it. If you're not, it is easy to look past it. It is. And without giving it away, I will say that every time that he jumped, when he got scared, I laughed. He did a good job with that, so I'll give him that much. The Last Voyage of the Demeter is getting completely crushed. Apparently, unless you are the Barbie movie or Oppenheimer, nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
That is how the world is going right now. I very much want to see Oppenheimer, and I guess I will watch Barbie, maybe in 3 or 4 years. But I do want to see Oppenheimer. But
Are we frozen?
yeah,
Doesn't appear to be frozen on my end. Looks like everything's working the way it should.
Yeah, working good here.
The kid's throwing crap at him on his bike was funny, which is actually something we talked about, because it was like one of those gags where like they did it probably 3 times too many, but it was still sort of funny.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and then yeah. So I looked past it, but it was like literally they were just kind of, it was a bit too much. It was just too many times. But other than that, I mean, it actually was a good story. It actually kept me engaged during the whole thing. And the fact that Adam Sandler basically kind of played a not a nonverbal role, but kept his mouth shut.
Yeah, it was almost like Little Nicky style, you know, where it was kind of, when he did speak, it was like Little Nicky meets Waterboy.
Yeah.
To the point where like just don't do this. Everybody else can talk, and you're just there to get things thrown at you.
Yep. And it was a good cast. I mean, it was actually.
Oh yeah, his mom was hilarious.
Well, everybody. It's like everybody that was in the role. It was kind of neat to see Mikey Day in there.
Mm-hmm.
For his few minutes, but anyway, I recommend it. So,
which is crazy,
it,
because it literally took you 3 years to actually watch the damn movie.
I know.
I can firmly say you recommend Hubie Halloween more than I can recommend Medea's Boo.
Well, I still the first Medea Boo I thought it was cute. The second one literally made me want to throw like the movie theater chair straight into the screen. But
I'm gonna give Medea's Boo one more go.
The first one, don't bother with it.
Yeah, no, I didn't watch the second one. I've only watched the first one. I barely made it through the first one, so I don't know that I could even like fathom the second.
No, the second one is you wouldn't be able to get through like the first probably 5 or 10 minutes of the second one. It was horrific. I can't believe. I mean, I went my entire life without seeing a Medea movie, and then I hit Medea Boo, and then the second one and the last one, whatever the hell that was, and I'm like, I can't believe I. But it's back when I was doing AMC buffet, so.
Yeah, so it was all free.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm getting all kinds of points for popcorn and.
My house suddenly smells like pizza. I need to go investigate what this smell is, because. I could use a slice of pizza right now. I don't know where it's coming from. It might be somebody heated up like lasagna that Tiffany made yesterday, but it smells amazing. You know what? Fuck it. I'll wait. I got 30 minutes. I'll be fine. Oh, horrific like Princess Bride. That's, you know what? It's got to be like, it's got to be a, you know, other side of the world issue, because Princess Bride is a fucking gem. Okay.
Or just a pure hatred for Mel Brooks.
Yeah, you know, like Mel Brooks today would have been canceled in the first 5 minutes of his existence.
Yeah.
So it's like he was at the right place at the right time. Because if he tried any of the shit that he's done, like, you know, in the past 30 years, forget it. He's gonna get fucking just straight drugged through town center and hung up by his fucking toes.
Yeah, there's none. I mean, even Young Frankenstein, somebody would probably find an issue with.
Yeah.
And oh my God, the producers.
Oh my God. Yeah, Blazing Saddles, without a doubt. I mean, literally all of Blazing Saddles is a complete trigger these days.
Blazing Saddles would be like, I think somebody would go to the National Archives and try to find like the original print or something and find it.
Speaking of like, completely, go ahead, go with your Ezekiel thing. So, like, I don't know, dude. I've seen like the last 2 days, there's been a lot of talk about this Blind Side business, about how like the family that was involved in the story for the Blind Side didn't actually adopt the kid who the story was based on. And now they want to take away Sandra Bullock's Oscar for her role in the movie. It's like, how is that relevant? Like, she was literally playing a role that she was told to play, and she did a really good job at it. So how is the story not being accurate because the people lied about it her fault? Like, what? Where's the correlation here?
Because people are stupid. People make up excuses. People just... The problem is this is now a me world. Everything.
It's crazy.
It's very predominant in the Halloween and haunt industry these days. Very predominant. There's the segue. But that's what it is. You know, Sandra Bullock won an Oscar for it because she's a very good actress. And somebody went down the rabbit hole and decided that A plus B plus C plus D all the way to Z means that she should get her Oscar taken away. It's stupid. Because people are stupid.
Yeah. But that's the other thing with Mel Brooks, though. Like, he wasn't like offensive to just one specific group of people. He was just, you know, like wildly offensive to everyone. And I refuse to believe that fucking The Princess Bride is garbage. Okay, it had Andre the Giant in it. Okay, no movie that has Andre the Giant and Gary Ells fucking acting like a douche is in any way, because Inigo Montoya, he deserved his fight. I don't care. He killed his father. He deserved to die.
Well, you know, it's the funny thing is like there's some movies that are designed to be the way they are. For me, a prime example is Bram Stoker's Dracula by Francis Ford Coppola. People shit all over that movie, but the movie was designed and directed to be like an older Universal monster movie, like kind of corny, kind of overacted, with things that are over over-exaggerated. It was designed that way, and I think that the soundtrack in the movie itself is phenomenal.
I've always loved the cover art for that movie. It's probably one of my favorite cover arts for like a monster movie.
And that you know, they had even the actors who were, of course, Keanu Reeves and now I can't think of her name. That sucks. Yeah, they were kind of fledgling at the beginning and terrible accents.
Kirsten Dunst.
No.
That wasn't. No.
Winona Ryder.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, same thing. I mean, they're kind of the same people.
You know, different eyebrows.
They both have no acting ability.
Yeah, well, yeah. But that's another one of those where people just shit all over Bram Stoker's Dracula, and I think it was a brilliant movie. I watch it every year. I at least watch it once a year, like Nightmare Before Christmas and all that stuff. Because it's just the scoring to it's fantastic. But people shit on it because they said it's just not a good vampire movie. I thought it was brilliant. So, Pope's Exorcist.
I haven't seen it.
Going back to Rangers thing though, God, that was a rabbit hole. So, The Last Voyage of the Demeter. I want to watch it, because I think it's going to be one of those kind of movies where it's just people are going to say it sucks, but I think it's going to be cinematically and visually very, very nice. So going way back to that question, Ranger, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to wait till it streams. But right now it's dead. It'll be out of the theaters probably in a few weeks. So right now, monster movies are not doing that. I think people are literally like they're worn out from it, like superhero movies. Like I
Yeah.
kind of want to see Blue Beetle.
Oh, I definitely want to see Blue Beetle.
Um,
It's got that crazy dude from fucking Cobra Kai in it. The dude with the really crazy fucking name.
Oh yeah, it just looks like it's fun, you know, and it's a superhero movie that's centered around Latinos, so that's good. It's some diversity is good. Not like specifically gonna watch it because of that, but you know, I just think it'd be a good break from all this other crap. Gary Oldman crushes any role, by the way. The writer's strike is killing it. Yeah.
I mean, good for them though. Get their money.
Oh, yeah.
Why are the actors making all the money?
Oh, the studio. Well, that's the problem is B actors aren't making any money, and studios are taking it all. So. I'm not even gonna watch the last Halloween movie. I think I missed the last two. That's just a cash cow, and I haven't heard anything good about them. So
I was never even that big into like the Halloween franchise to begin with, so it wasn't a huge draw for me. But Season of the Witch, that's where it was at. Everybody shits on Season of the Witch. I don't know why. I thought it was a good movie.
now, how about what's everybody's opinion on the new Haunted Mansion movie?
That I kind of actually want to watch. It's all focused on the Hatbox Ghost, isn't it?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure like the majority of the movie is based on the Hatbox Ghost, and which is why they're bringing him to Disney World.
Well, maybe so then. I mean, it looks good. I thought the one with Eddie Murphy was kind of cute, but there again, it's not something I want to go watch again. But
I don't know who his wife was in that movie, but man, she was fucking gorgeous. Like, I don't know who that actress is, but damn.
yeah, Berlin, I agree with everybody. I never take mine down. I'm looking at decorations right here in my closet.
I always have my Ghostbusters and my other random ass assortment of Halloween things surrounding me.
The only thing that is not lit right now is my 24/7. Well, it's not 24/7 lit, but my jack-o'-lantern outside. The timer unit that controlled the light on it went out a few nights ago. Like it was making a horrendous buzzing noise. I haven't. I was gonna replace it with a smart switch anyway, but
It just means it's working overtime. It's fine.
well, it's been cranking for a couple years, but God, all of a sudden I heard this zzz, like a really loud buzzing noise. I thought it was from across the street. I'm like, oh my God, that's that damn timer.
I did go into Home Goods the other day. As a matter of fact, last Saturday when we were in Virginia. And I tell you what, man, Home Goods has got some fucking seriously legit Halloween decorations. Like, not so much, putting out for Halloween, but more of just decorating your house for Halloween. Like your kitchen, your bathroom, and such. There were some really cool things, man. I almost bought a freaking Nightmare Before Christmas toothbrush holder because I was like, damn, that's awesome. It was like a coffin with Jack Skellington popping out of it, and it held your toothbrushes.
That's phenomenal. Let's see, the 8-foot pumpkin stack, cauldron twins. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to buy anything this year, but I am definitely going to be decorating. I've had so many people ask me this year, and
Well, damn
so
it! It's been 2-3 years now.
well now that I've seen Hoopy Halloween and that little cork gets out of the bottle, I guess I can.
You can finally decorate.
Yeah, Keith, I kind of there's, Night Before Christmas really has become a Disney cash cow. They just
Oh,
they,
huge,
they yeah,
hugely.
and they really do let everything and anybody do merchandise, and some of it's very cool, some of it's pretty much crap.
If you could find me a fucking pumpkin head toothbrush holder, I would buy that shit immediately. I wouldn't even think about it. As a matter of fact, why don't you make a fucking pumpkin head toothbrush holder and then I'll buy it from you? Or you could send it to me for free. I don't know. I don't care. Either way, I'm getting a fucking pumpkin head toothbrush holder.
Yeah.
I love Pumpkinhead. I always have. I mean, jack-o'-lanterns are literally my biggest passion as far as the spooky world goes. Like,
Ooh, Berlin is getting to decorate a restaurant this year.
hell yeah.
I'm still toying with the idea of taking a weekend trip to New Orleans, but it just depends on if I have the time.
Well, this was supposed to be our year to go to Salem, but I don't see that happening for us this year.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not gonna like give full details on the whole situation, but just so everybody knows that there's a lot of things going on regarding my mother's health currently, and she's going through quite a bit of shit right now. And if you want to send her a message, feel free, whatever. I'm not going to specifically say what her issue currently is, but it's not great, and we're all pushing forward, and we're going to make this shit last as long as we can.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there are a lot of things, like I said, that have just kind of, it's sort of, I mean, aside from me having dental surgery and then, getting hit by a tornado and then, all this other shit, there's just been a lot of things that have kind of taken, a front seat to me being able to be on here. But I'm doing my best, and we will keep a positive attitude and continue moving forward, and everything will be good. So there's that bit of information.
Absolutely. And, we always appreciate, y'all's patience. We know y'all are around. We don't take not doing a show lightly. We've said that a million times. So, it's when we have to push a show back or, not do one or whatever, there's there's highfalutin reasons for it. Highfalutin reasons for it. So we definitely don't take it lightly.
No, and I'm fighting a pretty massive head cold right now. So, I was like, you know what? It's been too long. Let's get through it, and we'll make it happen. So, just so you guys know, there's a lot of effort that gets put into this stuff. Whether it's entertaining or not, I couldn't tell you, but we're here, and that's what matters.
We'll make an entertainment meter. Y'all can tell it how entertaining it is or is not. Hey, Sean, what's up?
Appreciate that, Sean.
Yeah. It's great when we get to do a show. Well, we enjoy it too. It's a really nice diversion.
Mm-hmm.
My two dumb dick stories of Hoopy Halloween and my Frigidaire air conditioner. that's nothing comparatively speaking at all.
I mean, but the fucking Hoobie Halloween things, that's huge. I mean, that's 3 fucking years in the making here.
Well, like I said, now I can recommend it. It's still amazing to me that it's middle of August, so
And it's like 485 degrees in Florida.
yeah. Total technical side note. This is just total side note. You know, we definitely need to start when we can, updating the website and doing some of the things we're talking about. But I don't know who here has a domain name with Google Domains, but did you hear that Google Domains is selling all of them off to Squarespace?
No, really?
Yeah, and the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm transferring everything over to Hostinger, including the Hunters Anonymous stuff. So if it goes down for a few days, we haven't killed it off. It's just in hiatus.
It really has kind of. I mean, there's just been so much, and it seems like shit just constantly getting piled on at this point.
Well, it's the idea is perseverance.
I got a $150 charge from fucking Hostinger like 2 days ago. I got to figure out what that was for because I don't even know. It's probably somebody that I did a website for and was like,
I bet you it's a bit.
It could be.
And I think that you used your card for some such or another. That's all I can think of. Beyond that.
I mean, I have about 4 or 5 people that I have like through Hostinger, so I don't even know. I have to look. I really need to see what that charge was about. It literally, because we were in Virginia, and I got an alert from my bank was like, "Did you authorize this charge?" I'm like, "No," and then I saw what it was from. I was like, "Oh, yeah, probably. It's fine. Let's just let it go."
Well, I like Hostinger very much, and their domain registration is cheap. So I've actually been shuffling things over. So
they're a great company. I agree, man.
Oh yeah, they're cheap. Like I said, if for some reason you just, who knows why, decide to go on the Hunters Anonymous website, it's not working for a few days. That's why. I don't know why the hell anybody would go on it right now, but why not? I don't know where Vic is. He's probably playing with himself.
Oh, he's probably watching one of his other streams, people that are slightly more important.
Jesus, we actually had Keith here.
I know. I was surprised Keith was here. Like, I was like, oh fuck, we're apparently special these days.
Another monumental. Vic's got something coming up on the 26th. He's got like a little Halloween vendor show or a big Halloween vendor show. I haven't heard much more about it.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's doing a vendor thing, right?
Yeah. If I had known, like back in July, I would have requested to not be at the center, not working an event, because I would have gone to it. But I'm literally working that Saturday, so I can't. I would have driven up there and helped.
I do need to give a shout out before we end the show tonight to Edson Buguli. I don't know that he's ever actually like active on our live streams or not. But he's messaged me several times regarding some Arduino stuff. And like I swear to God, it's always when I'm either not at home or I'm at like a doctor's appointment or something and I can't, and then I end up just like, it slips my mind. And this dude, he's doing some really cool shit. Like Lloyd knows, because he's done a lot of things for Lloyd. He's really trying his best to learn Arduino, and I swear to God, dude, I promise you I will help you as soon as I get a chance to. I'm not trying to blow you guys off or anything like that. I'm telling you, the last couple months have just, it's been a lot for me, and I'm doing everything I can to just like hang on here. And yeah, no, dude, he's such a cool dude, and he's honestly really talented. Some of the stuff he sent me that he's done, I was like, dude, that's awesome, man. Like his creativity, like the whole, His whole, audio box that he did for Lloyd that had all of Keith's YouTube sayings. I laughed so hard at that. That was brilliant. I know he sent me something the other day, and it was on my phone. I was not home, and I was like, I can't see everything that you're trying to show me off my phone. And this is literally the first time I've gotten on my computer, and I don't even know how long. I had to change everything to fix the stream before we came back on. Just to give you a little bit of insight, like I have not been on my actual physical PC in so long. And hopefully, that's going to change relatively soon. But with everything happening, I honestly don't know. And if I can see a very obvious issue in a code or anything like that, then I will absolutely try to help. I just don't want anybody to get upset and be like, oh, he's blowing me off. I'm not blowing you off. I haven't been on my computer, and it's really hard to try to look through a bunch of code on my cell phone.
Yeah, that would suck, trying to do it on your phone.
I mean, I spent probably 15 minutes looking through everything that he had, all of his like error compilations and everything. And I could see what the error was, but I couldn't find it in the code anywhere because I don't think what he sent me had the entirety of the code. So I couldn't specifically tell him where the error was coming from, other than what the description had already said, because I couldn't physically see it for myself. Vic's recording his rental property that is he still dealing with that, or is this like a whole different situation?
There was so much of that crap, I can imagine he's still dealing with it. But
that shit was crazy, man.
Jeez.
But yeah, if anybody hears or talks to Edson, send him, tell him I was talking about him, and to keep moving forward, man, because he's doing really good work, and he'll get it. He will get it, and I promise that as soon as I have the ability to sit down and actually help him with it, I will, sort out any issues he has. But currently, it's just I haven't had the ability to do it. As you can probably hear, my sinuses are slowly starting to fill back up. So, like, I'm becoming more and more congested as we sit here.
Well, we'll get you out of here at 7 minutes. Unless literally, like, your nose just starts like.
No, it'll be fine. I can make another 7 minutes. I can do anything for 7 minutes, man.
But in general, I am monitoring heavily Halloween and haunt traffic, and it's very low key right now. Going back on Hunters Anonymous part, it's very low key right now. Middle of August, and I'm not seeing a lot. I don't know. I'm getting this vibe that, like we did, like when we were doing COVID, where people are waiting to the last minute to figure out if they've gonna have to cancel. I have seen some cancellations already, and it's really 100% money. Like literally, people were saying like we don't have the money to even get things started. There was no extra money put aside, or we've been closed for so many years, or this and that. So I have seen some of that, but everything's really low key right now in the haunt world. Vendors.
I feel like that like it's kind of the mentality of the newer generations. Like, do you think we're going to start seeing the phasing out of all volunteer haunts? Because I don't think people are going to be doing it like they used to. They're going to want money.
Yeah, this is now the economy of money. Like people don't have time to take off to go and volunteer and for, we've joked about it for years, but it's for pizza and soda. That era has ended. I have seen more advertisements for haunted attractions that basically aren't using the word volunteer. They're saying this is a paid position. The era of people being able to just not go to work for a week or not work on the weekends it's ended. It has ended. So you're right. You are right. This year I think is going to be a big year for change, where people will travel 30 minutes to a haunt to get paid rather than work at one that's 5 minutes down the road that are literally going to run them ragged for
nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the concept of volunteering to work at a place that's for profit has always been just like the weirdest fucking concept. But people accepted it, for decades. But you know what? The last couple of years, it's been dying off, and I've seen more places around where I live right now desperately trying to find volunteers. Like I've seen advertisements for places that I've never seen advertisements for because they're not getting volunteers to do it. And if they can't get their volunteers, then they're not gonna open. Which to me doesn't make sense, because pay somebody, minimum wage at the very least minimum wage, it still makes some type of profit off of it. It's not going to be like hand over fist, but it'll be something.
Well, and Sean, home haunts, that it's expected really that it's all, you're doing it for the community, and so the people are volunteering to help you out. Or if you are a true blue non-profit haunt, I always go back to the one we have here, the Haji Haunted House. 100% of their proceeds goes to either Children's Hospital or breast cancer research. They go back and forth. I have 100% verified that every drop of money they make, goes to the either one of those, and people volunteer there. So, it's the one example I can think of without researching. I know there's others.
Anything that's non-profit, sure, volunteers 100%. But if you're a for-profit haunt and you expect, 40 people to work for you for free, just so you can make money, that doesn't make sense to me at all. It never has.
And that goes with anything, conventions, anything. If you do something where you're making a butt ton of money, but you're begging for volunteers or needing volunteers, if you don't have the money to pay like a crew, I don't know. Ezekiel, I find the concept weird as well. Berlina, I recommend not spending money on wood.
Yeah, do a pop-up canopy. You could, just wrap it or something. You don't even, it doesn't need to be a solid structure.
Yeah, or look on Facebook Marketplace or local, like Home Depot, Lowe's. Find yourself some pallets. Get some, people are always giving away pallets, but don't spend money. Don't spend money on structure. Do it simple so that you can spend the money on the actual scare. But pallets.
Yeah.
Do pallets.
Pallets are a good idea.
Or the canopy, something inexpensive. But don't do wood,
Not at the prices. I mean, they've come down drastically, but they're still, wood's stupidly expensive.
Yeah. But you know what? On that note, let's go ahead and wind it down so James doesn't start wiping his nose with an entire box of handkerchiefs.
I'm already there.
I can't think of the word, tissues.
Yeah, no, I've had the whole tissue box sitting next to me the entire time.
Just slammed up against your face. But I can hear it like very quickly, like getting more moist from the other side. on the other side of the thing. Snot rags, yeah. Yeah, definitely do pallets, but folks, we'll wind it up so James can slough off and take some anti-moist pills or
Literally. Let me get some Mucinex in me.
Mucinex. Oh God, I love it. Mucinex. When I have to take it, it's the best thing ever. We're gonna let y'all go because we're gonna go. Thank you so much for putting it with us the last few weeks. Like James said, there's reasons beyond reasons. We don't take it lightly, but we will do our best to be here next week. We'll let you know if we can't, but the idea is for us to be here. So it's fantastic to see all of y'all, and thank you, Ezekiel. Have a fantastic evening. Please be safe and be excellent to each other. It's even more so now than you can imagine. So I'll send it off to James.
Yep. Everybody have a good night. I'm going to keep it short because I just don't have a lot of energy left in me. We should be back next week, I imagine. Probably Thursday. Oh, sure. Yeah, more than likely. 75, 90% chance. Somewhere between 100% and 0% will be within that range.
Yeah.
But
I know I will be available on Thursday because I come back home at 2. Just so I know my end, it's doable. So
I should be, yeah. Like I don't. As long as nothing happens between now and then, there should be no reason for us to not be here next week because we're getting into the meat of things and we got to stay active. You gotta, we legitimately got to do your best. All right, guys.
All right, folks. Good night. Thank you so much. Stay safe. We'll see you next week.